What up, y'all? Josh and EC here once again with another quality video.
Now, as y'all can tell by today's title,
we got bad news.
We got bad news.
It's good and bad.
Yes, good and bad. We're good in the sense that we are bringing back like an old staple of ours, an eat and chill. I'm sure you guys can kind of tell by the layout.
Amongst other content coming.
Yeah, amongst other content. I just finished making me and Josh breakfast.
Honestly, y'all, she did her thing.
Oh, you want to help me show them? I'm going to show them.
Oh,
there. Oh, you got a good front.
She did her thing, y'all.
Hopefully, I can see a little sugar. You know, I'm
She
trying
done
to work on
sprinkled sugar on it. Like, man,
presentation.
presentation points, all that. So I'm ready to slam. It's still hot. It just got off. We turned this camera on. So before we get into this video, we're just going to go ahead and pray over this food, and then we will
hop into everything. We'll just hop into everything.
All the news.
Yes.
Okay. Lord, bless us who are about to see from there from our bodies. Bless the hands that prepared it. Bless the mouths that are about to receive it. Bless those who are watching this video. Bless those new to the game who haven't seen sort of content like this. Hopefully they can enjoy this content as well. These and other blessings we ask in your name. Amen.
Amen. Take your first bite, because you know you don't be eating when you start talking on eating chills.
Oh, let me taste your egg, because these look pretty busting over here.
I actually did that.
Yeah. Yes, so we're going to go ahead and get into this video as to, well, the bad news. Let's go ahead and rip that Band-Aid off.
Okay.
We will not be doing the aftermath.
The reaction.
The reaction to the aftermath.
Yeah.
Couple reasons why.
Yeah.
As we were thinking about it and giving it some thought, this content from Blue Therapy, the Blue Therapy show, is paid content.
Well, the aftermath.
The aftermath is paid content.
The episodes were free.
Yeah, the other episodes were free on YouTube, so that was fair game. But these other episodes you had to pay to get them. And I feel as though, we feel as though we would sort of be stabbing other creators in the back by posting it for you guys to see for free. The point of them making it paid content was for them to get paid.
It's to help black production in particular.
Yeah, so we implore you, encourage you, it's only $5. You get the whole 3 episodes. It's like an hour and a half. It's like less than a ticket to the movies. If you're really invested in it and you really like the content that they provided, you should really go invest in it and show some support for the show.
Although I will say, it's probably going to be spoilers in this video. For the record.
Yeah, for the record, there will be some spoilers. We might touch on a couple of things that we saw. We're not going to give away too much juicy information because, again, we do want you guys to support the show and, purchase their stuff for them. If you guys could do your part, we did our part. We paid the $5. We watched it. We have our thoughts and opinions on it. So we're just going to go over some of those thoughts and opinions on the aftermath with you guys while we eat and chill, obviously. Babe.
I knew you were going to ask me.
Yeah, because, you've been eating while I've been talking, you know what I'm saying?
But you've been talking while I've been eating, so you know what I'm saying?
So, do you have some thoughts and opinions on what the aftermath looked like as compared to...
Where would I start? Well, the aftermath started with Deborah and Jamil. And I feel like I could tell from the previews, the little trailer of the aftermath, already what was up, but the aftermath confirmed. Spoiler alert, they are back together, I guess. So that I found very interesting.
The way they answered it was iffy, though.
Well, yeah, because when they were asked, he said, straight up, yeah, we're together. She said, I don't. But to me, they are. They are. It doesn't matter the little gray area in between. She's sitting up here on this couch allowing him to say that's his girlfriend. They're together. It don't matter what level of together she feels they are. They're together. And which is surprising based off how the last episode that we saw. If you're new to our channel, you haven't even seen the reaction videos that we've done prior to this, well, definitely check it out, especially the 6th episode, so you can understand why it was so mind-blowing, for me at least, to see that they were legit together. I just felt like, I thought we saw her reach her boiling point or her breaking point.
But that's why I'm saying I don't think they're legit together. I think
they're working things out.
I think they're working things out, but I think they're back at a talking phase. I don't know if this is a dating phase. The energy that she gave when she answered that question.
Yeah. But he said girlfriend, though. That's the only reason I'm saying that.
This man says a lot of things that you can't believe.
But if somebody cheated on me and then we're on camera and they're asking if we're together and he says girlfriend, I'm going to correct that I'm not his girlfriend.
And
she didn't say it. She didn't correct it, babe. She didn't.
I don't know.
She didn't correct. In my opinion, I don't know. Those who have also watched the aftermath, comment below if y'all got the vibe that are they together or are they not? I got the vibe that they are together and working things out.
I got the vibe that they're trying to work things out, but the fact that, how do I put this? The steps towards them getting back together and the steps that I think that would be shown and evident, I didn't see.
Well, remember, so another spoiler. Her bestie Madison that she kept on bringing up popped up, y'all. And remember when Madison said they had a girl sign, he popped up. If you're not with dude, he's not going to just pop up on you. Because he's going to know that there's bound. To me, if exes are working on trying to work things out, there's still pretty set boundaries like with how you move. To me, how he was talking, how he was moving, he thinks they're back together fully. That's my opinion. I don't know. That's what I gauged.
From what I saw, I did not see clear signs from both parties that they were fully invested. Like, I understand that she's not gonna like instantly fall out of love with dude, so she's always gonna have like that inkling of like he could do better, whatever. But the way she was answering, the body language.
But the body language to me, even how the aftermath started, was way different than how their counseling started.
Well, yeah. Obviously, but once they started watching the reruns of their show, the body language started drifting back apart because she started going back down memory lane of how she really felt in that moment.
Yeah.
I don't know. And him and
the ex? Oh, the bestie?
Jamal and the Jamel and the bestie, they definitely have some very strong beef.
But to me, that's going to happen regardless.
Well, yeah. You tell your best friend about the trials and tribulations of your relationship.
Yeah.
You can't take those back.
No.
She has a now ingrained vision of what that looks like.
And now Jamel, which is so crazy to me, this is also why I feel like she's wasting her time if they are trying again to be together, because his lack of maturity is very annoying. How are you going to be mad at the best friend for being mad at you for treating her best? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was really mad that the best friend
He was
felt
really hot
away.
about that.
And even to me, I feel like the best friend kind of handled it pretty maturely. She was like, there's times where I'll call out Deborah for doing things wrong or maybe not handling things the best. Not when Jamel is around, but just when they're having girl talk. Obviously, Jamel doesn't see that side, which he doesn't have to. It's girl talk, you know? But I feel like, for the most part, she tries to remain pretty neutral. She even came in with pretty good energy. She spoke to everyone and stuff like that. So, to me, Jamel definitely triggered.
I think Jamel doesn't like
somebody in her ear telling her. Yeah.
None of
Because he know he ain't nothing.
I just think he knows he can't control that situation.
Yeah. Because she's not going nowhere. The bestie's been around.
He can't control the narrative of the situation of that. So, like, he's instant. Oh, loose lip.
Loose lip.
But I feel like his animosity with her is the fact that she's spitting facts in her ears. And he doesn't like that. Or, like, trying to give her a voice of reason. Because at the end of the day,
your girl gonna tell you.
And I'm sure, Sugar, he's probably mad because I'm almost sure the best friend has said at some point, you could do better.
Oh, absolutely.
She probably said it multiple times.
She's gonna keep saying it.
You could do better.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was a couple sides where he said some stuff about, oh my gosh.
What?
Another spoiler alert.
What?
The fact that bruh has now 2 phones. I was happy when like they played it out real smooth. They're like, oh, you know, she got the password to the phone,
right?
This, that, and the third, and then come to find out, bro got 2 phones.
He has 2 phones. He claims it's one just for business. But if we go through all that they went through, and you got caught cheating, or cheating allegations, all that stuff was confirmed, there's no way you think that we're moving forward without full transparency of everything.
So you think we're gonna just so you give me the password to one phone, and now I'm just supposed to trust the other phone that I don't have a password to?
I hate how he snickers about it too.
It's like a re-loop of the same drama that they went through.
Yeah.
She's gonna instantly be like, all right, so now you're holding that phone.
To me, this is on her though.
Yeah.
This is on her.
If
you don't choose to be with a man like that, who shows you his true colors over. And to me, true colors is episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of him gaslighting the whole time.
Man.
And then episode 6, now you got an apology. Now you're sorry. Now you're confirming I was right the whole time. No. Ooh. Well, there's one more spoiler, but maybe we should let them figure it out for themselves. That Deborah admitted something.
Oh.
We're going to tell them that one.
There was some juicy tea about Deborah. But we're not going to disclose that because we want to encourage and implore you all to go check out the aftermath for yourself.
Yeah.
But that was some tea in itself.
Yes.
I do have my thoughts and feelings on that, but I'm going to give people some time to go check out the aftermath for themselves before I would ever speak on that. We can go ahead and move on to Choma and Paul. Should really call it just Choma. Tea! Because Paul definitely did not show up to the function.
He did not. But this also makes me question, are they actors or not? Because Paul was the one, I guess, that said that they were. But my thing is, if you're an actor and you're paid for this, you signed a contract where you have to show up to the aftermath or reunions, which makes me then lean towards maybe this was real.
Or what's up?
A little. I don't know.
Now, Choma was trying to spill the tea on Paul. What you got there? We're gonna spoil that?
Yeah, give him a little bit of spoiler.
I'll give you a little bit of spoiler. She called that man broke.
She did.
She said it very elegantly. But in a nutshell, she called bro broke. Is that true? Is it not? I don't know.
She said she hoped. Well, okay, so Paul and Choma aren't together anymore.
Yeah.
Which is interesting when you think about it now, because how Paul and Choma's season ended versus how Deborah and Jamel's season ended. You would have thought that the roles would have been reversed.
Mm-hmm.
But, Choma had said, well, they moved out. She moved out the house, obviously, that they were living in together because they're broken up now. And she basically said she hopes that he's able to afford it without her.
Well, that is tea in itself. Another spoiler, they did get in contact with someone in Paul's life.
You're not going to tell him?
No, I don't. I'm going to keep them on their toes. Okay. They got in contact with somebody in Paul's life on the phone, and Choma and this other individual had their exchange, which was very interesting to me.
If you watch the other episodes, then you know who he's talking about.
Yeah, you'll probably know who I'm talking about. But like, I just, the production team really wanted to stir that pot.
Yeah, they want tea.
They wanted to stir that pot by sending that one in. Because like, I don't know. If you had emotional intelligence, you would say that's not the person to call.
No. TV's always going to look out for how to make the best TV.
They're gonna look out for the T. That's why it's TV. It's TV. Ooh, man, that'd be a cool show.
I guess the one thing I will say this. I wasn't that pleased with the aftermath just being Choma. Like, I guess you can't force somebody to be there. But you know what I mean? Like, it was kind of like
I
a
felt
little
robbed.
dead. Yeah, exactly.
I felt robbed without Paul being there.
That's what I'm trying to say. Because we watched this whole ordeal transpire. And then where was Denise?
Man.
Did she pop up?
Denise needed to say some things.
We should have got Denise's feedback on everything. That would have been interesting to see.
Very. That would have been extremely interesting to see. And then it would have been even more interesting, honestly, to have Paul. I feel like Paul copped out.
Yeah, definitely. He was getting a lot of hate.
He was getting a lot.
He was getting a lot of
People
hate.
were coming for him. Heavy. Myself included.
So
I just wanted to see him answer for a lot of the stuff that he said.
Right.
Especially in the aftermath with a mediator that actually likes to get to the bottom of the tea. Because let's be honest.
Oh yeah, she was trying to get that tape.
She was getting tea.
Oh, it's another spoiler I just thought about with Jamal and Deborah. I don't know if I should leave it be.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even care. He doesn't deserve for me to say his name right. But he admitted finally.
Oh yeah. If you were looking for an admittance, you'll get it in the aftermath.
Like truly out his mouth. But even that was pride, if you think about it.
Yeah.
She had to pry that out of him.
Yeah.
And I think what's so bothersome, I know we're kind of flipping couples, y'all. Now we're just talking. But I think that what was bothersome too about watching how Jamel was acting in the aftermath and stuff, I didn't see much remorse or true change in him from like the episodes that we were watching.
Exactly why I said that I don't think they're together yet. I think she's still.
Babe, I'm not having this debate with you.
Okay, we had it.
We saw what we saw. We heard what we heard. She asked for that together. He said yes. She said.
But think about this.
What?
Think about what we saw. Think about the picture that was painted in the first 2 episodes with Deborah and Jamel.
Yeah.
There was a picture clearly painted in our eyes that everything was good. On Jamel's side. Whatever. Man, you keep messing me up and you keep saying his name wrong. Jamel. Sure enough, this story plays out. We start realizing this is total shit's up. Okay? So with them getting back on camera, I'm sure it could be either they're saving face,
But why say that they're together if they're not? And he was mad when she confessed something.
All I'm saying is they weren't on the same page coming into this show.
Okay.
Because even you said that they agreed. It wasn't an agreement on Deborah's part. She said, I guess. She said, I guess.
I'm not about to debate the gray area of this relationship, babe. They're not done with each other. That's all that matters.
Yeah, okay, I can say that. They're not done with each other. They're not done with each other. But if I was there, where I would be.
Exactly.
You pull out a second phone after you give me the password to the first phone. Why do I even care about this first phone? This is a dummy phone.
Exactly.
But, if that's how she wants to play, if they're good, they're good. Her best friend seems to think otherwise. You can kind of see in her face how she feels about the relationship.
Absolutely. But even then, she still says she's never going to tell her what to do.
Yeah, which is cool. That's a respectable friend, Like, look.
That's how I try to be. I'm not going to tell you directly, but I'm going to let you know the angles and the stuff I peep.
I can let you know what I see.
What you want to do.
Like what I maybe might do in your position. But at the end of the day, it's yours.
It's your life.
Your life, your decision.
And he still, another spoiler, he still says she ain't meet the parents.
But at this point,
I
really don't think it's...
No, I know, but I don't know. I think, to me, based off how that last episode went, him saying he still wanted to be together and work it out, there should be like this different type of mode he's in of like all the stuff of I want this to be my wife. Every action should be exactly like that from that point forward.
My counter to that would be...
What?
She doesn't know whether or not she wants to be with this cheating man still. She's still trying to figure that out. So why bring the parents into the situation to make it more complex?
That's true.
You need to figure this out before you start making more ties, more connections that make it even harder to separate from someone that you potentially think could be very toxic for your life.
Yes, in my head, it's like, yeah. I mean, you're right. I'm just saying. I feel like...
I know you want him to prove himself. I think her.
To me, it's like, why are you... Either you deciding to be with this man and y'all gonna really try to go for it, or you're not. I don't understand the point of the gray period, to be honest. Of figuring it out.
Oh, well, I mean,
he did some savage stuff.
And she's got to learn to trust him again. If she wants to, I feel like, deep down in her heart, she still likes him, maybe still loves him. Girls do this all the time. They give second chances like it's nobody's business. So, yes, there's going to be a little phase that she's going to give this guy a second chance, see if he can reprove himself. Although, I think the first sign of him not reproving himself is getting a second phone and then locking that phone. But that's me.
You know what else I was going to say, too, that bothered me about Jamel? So much bothers me about him. But in particular, in the aftermath, his dynamic with the best friend bothers me. Because nobody I date is ever going to disrespect my best friend in front of me. It's over then.
Yeah.
And that's just my opinion.
They was going at each other's throats.
And then, because Deborah said that the first 2 weeks after she found out everything, her best friend and sisters was there to pick her up and she couldn't have did it without them. So how you gonna let this fool sit up here and talk to your best friend crazy?
Yeah.
That goes into friendship, though.
That's a tricky situation, to be honest. Very tricky. You're stuck between a rock and a hard place. The man you want to make it work with and your best friend. Although the man that you want to make it work with has not proven his stature in this situation.
That's why I'm like, maybe I'm being too cut and dry because I have the facts and details and then I have my opinion on those. But I don't know the intricacy. But either way, nobody gonna disrespect my friend.
Yeah, I feel like that's another one of those red flags. If your friend is spitting nothing but truth at you, it's not even the stuff that she was saying had total validity.
Yeah.
It wasn't like she was saying some off the cusp thing about him. It's just he didn't like being read. Mm-hmm. He didn't like that
at all.
So he was like, you should stay in your own lane.
Mind your own relationship.
Worry about your own relationship. When really, let's be honest, best friends are going to have your best interest at heart and they're going to tell you. And you're going to talk. Girls talk regardless. So I just don't... I don't think it was necessary the way he attacked.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I don't think it was. Yeah, I don't
absolutely
think it was
not.
Right the way he attacked her, or tried to put her in the best friend place of mind your business kind of thing.
Well, then there's no such thing as that because best friends don't mind their business.
My best friend is my business.
Right. Exactly.
That is very much so my business.
So
it's my homie from if someone was telling me about my homie Jordan. Yeah, I'm gonna be involved.
Yeah.
You're not gonna tell me otherwise, unless he personally was like, yo, I'm good, you can step out. I'm like, all right, cool. Mm-hmm. I respect you. Mm-hmm. But if it's him or her or whatever, no. I don't know you.
Let's just go into the takeaway of the whole season because there wasn't much to really discuss in terms of Chum and Paul. Paul didn't show up.
Oh my
is what it is. There was a little juicy phone call. Again, if y'all are interested in watching the aftermath, definitely pay for it to see how that went down. But other than that, yeah, let's just talk about as a whole.
Yeah. I mean, there was some stuff later at the end that we didn't cover because obviously we're not going to cover the whole thing, just so you guys know, because obviously we want you guys to go check it out for yourselves and support the business. But all in all, everything that you've seen thus far, my takeaways would probably be building your relationship on solid foundations.
Yeah.
It seems like the relationships were built on semi-shaky foundations. I don't know per se how they started and stuff like that, but it seems like at the point that they got to therapy, there was a lot of shakiness.
Yeah.
There was lack of communication, lack of trust.
Yeah.
Like these are foundations of solid relationships: communication, trust, honesty.
Yeah.
Like,
Loyalty.
Transparency, loyalty.
Yeah.
All these things are the reasons why these couples were not on the same page. Or intimacy even. Like all these, like between Choma and Paul, intimacy was a big thing. She didn't get that.
Right.
That's a foundation for a solid relationship, that you guys can be intimate with each other.
Right. And even Deborah and Jamel, two times a month is not, you're not getting much intimacy.
You're not getting much intimacy or quality time.
Yeah.
Like,
I can see. It's storming today.
I think God didn't say amen.
I don't just view intimacy as sex though.
No, I don't. Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I was like, 2 times a month is not. You're not getting any form of emotional intimacy through that.
Because intimacy could just be like, solid time by yourself.
Cuddling,
candlelight dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it could be a lot of things in the romantic department that could be considered intimacy.
Yeah.
But these couples and these the foundations that they set with each other, either they changed over time and they never revisited them, which means that's a lack of communication. And I honestly think there was a couple lacks of communication because Paul never discussed his obesity. He never discussed that.
Right.
Or like Choma never really they never discussed the abortion.
Debate, yeah.
They never discussed that prior to the therapy.
Right.
Deborah and Jamel, they never discussed.
We forgot something else with Paul
a lot
and
of
Choma.
things.
Her web designer. He never discussed.
Oh yeah, he never discussed that.
Supposedly feeling away about her web design.
I feel some type of way. So like, if you don't build those things up in the beginning of the relationship, you're gonna have problems down the road. And if if you never address them, they're just gonna compound on top of it. So like, I had a problem with communication, then you lied. Now I have a problem with communication and lying, and now we're arguing. So it's like, if you don't start out on a good foot, I would say catch it as quick as possible, because otherwise you're going to be playing catch up.
Prioritizing transparency is the key to me. Like, I feel like even right before we had started dating, when you were getting at me but we weren't dating yet, I feel like those conversations leading into us dating were super transparent and raw.
Yeah.
And I think that helped lead into the relationship that we have now, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Oh, we never did our hierarchy.
The hierarchy of communication. As a matter of fact, we'll probably end up doing this off camera because it's going to take us a little longer than what I expected for us to come up with the hierarchy. So we'll probably end up just doing that in another Eat and Chill video.
The weather's being real disrespectful right
now.
The weather we might have to cut this a little shorter.
Disrespectful. I mean, like, we can't even see anything anymore. All I see is strikes of lightning through misty clouds. But okay.
You gave your takeaway.
Yeah. Do you have a takeaway?
I think my biggest takeaway would probably just be to know your worth, and if you don't know your worth, learn your worth, so that you can avoid a lot of this mess. If that makes sense, because if you know your worth, then you'll have a boundary set for how somebody's allowed to treat you and how, like, what crosses the line. If that makes sense.
I would build off of that and say not knowing your worth, and then knowing when your worth is being disrespected and knowing when to walk away.
What's the difference?
Because like, I think Deborah knew her worth coming into it. And Jamel, at the beginning, was apparently feeding what she thought her worth was. Like, she was buying me gifts. She said he was buying me gifts. He was seeing me 3 times a week. He was taking me out. And then these things started to change over time. She knew her worth, but over time, she didn't hold Jamel accountable for meeting that. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, but I almost don't agree with the fact that she knew her worth. On top of the fact that the aftermath shows they're back together, that's clear that she doesn't know her worth. But even prior to that, I think I only question it and this is just an opinion because I don't know how the relationship really was, but I didn't really gauge her worth in the relationship, especially those first 2 episodes when we were trying to figure out what does she offer to the relationship. I personally was left confused on what her worth was or value was to the relationship other than being a pretty face. And that's just I don't know though. I'm not trying to like shade. I'm just based off the facts and the visual I was given.
You didn't give anything to like solidify like, oh, you bring this to the table,
right,
kind of thing.
Right. And this was her first boyfriend, so it's almost like in my head, how does she know her? How do you kind of like learn your worth? I think kind of through trial and error, but also through experiences. Like I learned my worth after a while through like being mistreated or learning from that relationship. Oh, I didn't care for that, or I deserved better than that. So I'm not even sure if she really knew what her worth was. Because what made you say she knows her worth? What exactly did you get from her in those videos to make you think she knew her worth other than demanding a Gucci bag?
I mean, because in that sense, I think she...
I'm not talking about external worth or materialistic worth, though.
I understand that. Now that you explain it your way, I understand that. But I think she had an understanding of what she wanted from a relationship in terms of, like, what her requirements were.
But that's not worth. That's not worth. What you want from something, I could want this, that, and the other from you, but that has nothing to do with my worth to this relationship.
That is true.
Right? So that's what I'm trying to explain to the ladies. So again, my takeaway is just figuring out what your worth is and not accepting anything less than that. Like understanding what you contribute to the relationship, like how much value you bring and stuff like that. And then if the energy ultimately isn't reciprocated, then it's not for you.
Word. Word. But... that is all we have for you guys as far as Blue Therapy goes.
Bro, I know a lot of quality crew members are happy. A lot of y'all liked it. A lot of y'all were like, can we get some new content? Or can we go back to the old videos?
OG quality crew members definitely want some more content.
Yeah, we got y'all. But I hope you guys enjoyed this series. We did have a couple ideas of other reaction stuff. We
have some ideas of like things that we want to react to. So we're not going to spill too much tea, but we do have more reaction videos. We'll probably end up dispersing those out amongst other content because we have some other great, cool content that we want to bring to you guys' attention. Woo-wee! And it's one you've been waiting on for a very long time, so we're really excited to get that to you guys as soon as possible. Just bear with us. We got a few final touches, and then we are on the way.
Yeah.
But, nevertheless, keep those post notifications turned all the way up. If you don't already know, I'm Hydrated Hero. She is Isimeme Edeko, and together we are Josh and Isi. Now you can follow one of us. You can follow 2 of us. You can follow all 3 of us. You might as well follow all 3 of us because we are happy, healthy, and hydrated on all 3. But other than that, y'all, until we meet again, peace, love, hair grease, and we out. Yeah. Hey, subscribe. Hey, new video, hey.